Right, YouTube, the Shadow King Nazru. I'm here with my review of Dragonball Super, episode 80. So, we start off with the fight between Gohan and Lavender, with all the Gohan fanboys waiting in anticipation to see whether Gohan redeemed himself, or will he remain dead to them. And, well, to put a long story short, Gohan, he redeemed himself in their eyes. I always accepted Gohan, whether he wanted to be a fighter or not, which I know he didn't want to be because he'd rather be a scholar and a family man, which he's already established what he wanted to be back in the Saiyan saga. But some people just didn't get that. And they still don't. It's kind of pathetic, really. So, yeah, Gohan did pretty well in this episode. As opposed to the usual Dragon Ball fights where they just tend to use their brawn and try to overpower one another. It was a mix of using power and tactics from both Gohan and Lavender, with Lavender using his poison techniques to debase Gohan and hinder him. Well, Gohan had to use his intellect and his handicaps to his advantage, such as when he got blinded by the poison, he had to use his ki to act as a radar, especially with his Super Saiyan power, as it just leaks the ki out, which it's kind of interesting since Whis, when he was training Goku and Vegeta and on how to unlock Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan to not have their ki leaked out, because that wouldn't help them obtain the God form and maintain it. Here, this leaking out the ki actually proved to be an advantage, because it acted sort of as a radar for whenever Lavender was about to use his own ki blast. And we also got to see that when Gohan was starting to get the upper hand, Lavender was smart enough to try to take advantage of Gohan's heightened senses and on how they work, such as his heightened hearing and how he was listening to his footsteps, and decides to fly. That way he won't be able to exploit that. And ultimately, we also got to see some things like the drawback between using Super Saiyan. Since Gohan did that, it allowed the poison to course through his body even faster, which is kind of like how the heart virus worked back in the Cell saga when Goku had it. But Goku does manage to finish the fight off, and the fight between Gohan and Lavender ends in a tie. Even though technically Gohan stood up after he and Lavender crashed into the arena, and Lavender didn't get up. But whatever. So yeah, I did like this. It was nice to see Gohan fighting more tactically, and it was also good to see an interesting side to Lavender, as he's not only this psychotic coyote, but he's also quite cunning as well. And then we get into the next bit, where the Daishinkan pretty much explains to everybody that, yeah, this whole tournament is going to be about which universe survives. For any universe that loses in this tournament, they're all going to be destroyed by the Omni King himself. And that's not counting these exhibition matches, because, well, they're exhibition matches, they don't count. But we actually got a bit of more information, which actually makes things more interesting and makes things better for a certain character who's been getting a lot of slack. So, it turns out that Daishinkan was saying that the Omni King was evaluating all the mortal lives in the 12 universes, And he came up with a scale called the mortal level. So it's basically just a universal power level scaling. And turns out Universe 7 has a mortal level scale of 3.18, which is the second lowest. And everybody was shocked or pissed off to hear that. And the only one that's bottom them underneath them is Universe 9. Wow, they must feel really screwed. Though this does put Ro in his place. We also got into the information that that not all the universes will be participating, as some were above level 7, which was the bare minimum for them, and so they got an exemption. And these are Universe 1, 5, 8, and 12. Well, they all don't have to participate, and they're all spared from destruction. However, Universes 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11 all have to participate, and only one of them is going to survive the tournament. So, what this is basically saying is that because the Omni King, or the Omni Kings, as it were, since we have two of them, but there were too many universes, and a lot of them were pretty weak due to the Supreme Kais and God Destructions not doing their jobs of balancing out the universes, which would allow better mortals to flourish. He thought there was too many, and a lot of them were too weak, so he decided to just, pretty much delete fucking everything, as his usual plan for all his problems is. And this is an interesting thing for Goku, as a lot of people thought this was all Goku's fault, and that the Omni King just added the whole destroy everything just to entertain himself after Goku brought up the tournament. But no, the Omni King was planning to destroy these universes because, he thought some of them were too weak, or there were too many universes. And Goku's whole tournament angle just gave the Omni King an excuse to execute his plan. And if you look at it differently, Goku really just gave these universes a helping hand, a fighting chance, because now at least they have an opportunity to prove their worth and earn their survival. So yeah, Goku's not the villain, everybody. So you can all drop those stupid asinine theories that, is Goku gonna turn evil? Is Gohan or Vegeta gonna have to kill him and replace him as the protagonist? Even though that would contradict the end of Dragon Ball. You can all drop those asinine theories. Stop saying that Goku's the villain. It's not Goku's fault. In fact, he's still acting like in an indirect way, he's still being the hero. This is kind of like what Akira Toriyama's been saying. Goku doesn't do a lot of things for noble purposes, but good things happen as an indirect result, as he said in interviews. Because Goku wanted to do a tournament, not because he knew that Omni King was going to destroy the universes, but just because he wanted to fight strong opponents. It was selfish, and at first it seemed like this was his fault, but because the Omni King was going to destroy them anyway, Goku indirectly gave him a fighting chance, and thus it points him in a good light. So, all in all, I would have to say this is a pretty good episode. I did like the fight with Lavenda and Gohan. And it was also nice to get some more information about how this whole multiversal tournament destruction thing was going to go. We've seen that some universes are going to be exempt, though some people might not like that since they're not going to see all the universes fight. It also added a bit of dynamic between the Supreme Kais and their Gods of Destructions, as they have to maintain the balance to make better mortals. And we also got to hear that the angels that serve the gods of destruction are going to get an exemption because they're the sons and daughters of the Daishinkan. And no, I still don't believe that the Daishinkan is evil and that he and his children are going to plan some kind of coup d'etat against the Omni Kings. We just need to drop that ridiculous theory. So yeah, I'm really enjoyed this episode. I like the fight. I like the story building, and I'm glad that they finally proved that Goku's not the bad guy in this. So it's technically not his fault. So that was my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 80, and I'll catch you guys later.